Welcome to On Your Side, the Home Edition. I'm Susan Campbell. On today's show, we're going to get a pulse of the Valley real estate market. Is this a good time to buy or sell? And you don't have to go to the suburbs to find a $500,000 house. We'll show you one in the heart of the Melrose district. But first, an $11 million home on a mountainside setting in North Scottsdale with some unique architectural features. I took a tour with agent Dave Pattinson. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so we are in Lost Canyon. This is such an incredibly special neighborhood. Dave, thanks so much for showing us around a little bit. Tell me about this incredible property.
Absolutely, welcome. Thank you for coming. You're at the highest elevation in Lost Canyon in North Scottsdale. This home sits on 14 acres. It's around 10,000 square feet.
That's a lot of square feet. We have a lot to see, so we're gonna get going because we want to make sure people see every inch of this absolutely incredible place. But before we get inside, we have to talk about the incredible exterior of this home.
So this home, they built a park just for this house. So you cross a stream that over the bridge over the stream, and you come into this park. You can see it has hammocks, swings.
It's just so comfortable and peaceful. The sound of that water is just kind of invites you right in.
It is beautiful outdoor living up here.
So we are making our way up the stairs to the front entrance. There's just so much landscaping around us too that's just capturing my attention.
Yeah, this home has landscaping everywhere. It tries to capture the views as well with a beautiful outdoor pool that we're going to see shortly.
And a really impressive wooden front door.
A huge front door into a grand entrance.
You want to look around at every single square inch. Tell me about this ceiling. This is different.
That's a signature of the architect. It's called a wagon wheel ceiling. It really enhances the beauty of this property.
I love this feature. We can see straight through from the main entrance right into the rest of the house.
Yeah, you have a see-through fireplace in the main living, and it opens up into another living area as well.
Let's keep going. I just want to see everything. While we're walking, I'm noticing just really beautiful flooring too.
You have stone and wood flooring throughout the whole home.
It's all very Arizona, for lack of a better term. This feels like Arizona to me.
Absolutely, the Sonoran Desert at its finest.
And the biggest table I have ever seen, I think.
Have a seat, biggest circular table with a giant lazy Susan.
Oh, I feel targeted now. You can't say lazy Susan. I'll give it a whirl though. Okay, this kitchen is also amazing, and this is kind of an interesting shape for a kitchen.
Yeah, it opens up so that you can see the views, but you have granite countertop, you have a prep counter on the side, you have mesquite cabinetry all throughout the kitchen.
I love the mesquite cabinetry. It's beautiful and rustic.
It really fits well with this home.
So just off this beautiful dining space, this has captured my attention. I have to know more about this wine cellar.
Yeah, the owner added a walk-in wine cellar, all with stone that was taken from the property and put onto the walls.
That's such a thoughtful touch.
Yes.
It was from the property. How many bottles of wine can we fit here?
Over 1,000.
Whoa, that's a good collection.
And he carried the same treatment into the beams of the ceiling as well.
You can feel how cool it is in here.
It is nice in here today.
Very nice. So this is right off of the kitchen.
Yes, and when you open the doors, he put magnets at the bottom of the doors.
I was wondering why
so
that caught.
The wind won't, when the wind blows, the door still stays open.
So smart. So we can have our outdoor grill space
Outdoor
here.
grill. You have where the dogs can come outside.
Wait,
in
what?
through the kitchen.
The dogs are coming outside here?
You don't have to open the doors. The dogs can come in and out of the kitchen right through that door.
It's a hidden doggy door.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love a house with a good secret. That's a fun one. So we can see the pool from right here.
Yeah, look at the features, the glass detail on there. It really sparkles in the sun.
Oh, it's glimmering all over the place. It's beautiful. I have to check out the view near the pool because it is just spectacular. Not only do we have the sparkling pool, but we can see for miles and miles around us.
Yes, the highest elevation in Lost Canyon really provides the views.
It's so beautiful and so tucked away.
It's very private up here.
Tell me about the neighborhood. What do people who might want to look here, what do they expect when they buy in this neighborhood?
If you're looking for privacy, there is no better place than Lost Canyon. There's a very limited number of homes in the area. There's currently only 21 homes, and it's very exclusive and private.
Guard gated.
Guard gated. No one's gonna see you up here walking around.
Okay, so we have an office on the way to the primary suite.
In this wing, correct.
And we are headed to a really incredible primary suite. This is something I've never seen before.
It's a split primary suite where you could have your bedroom here looking over the valley, or there's another room behind that you could also set up as your primary.
So just tons of space to spread out, kind of your own personal oasis.
Yes.
And a fireplace here.
Exactly, 10 fireplaces throughout the property.
That's so cozy. This is part one. We have to see part two.
Yes, as we go up the stairs, there's a his and hers closet.
Ooh, I like these.
Each with a safe.
And some natural light.
Yes.
That's fantastic when you're getting ready.
All closed in cabinetry.
Giant bathroom.
Your primary bathroom has a steam shower as well as, again, another fireplace, and then a sauna as we go up the stairs to the second room.
And I notice there's a way outside too, so you can continue that indoor-outdoor living throughout the whole house.
Yes, every room opens to an outdoor patio on this home.
So here's the sauna, and here's part two of the bedroom.
Part two of the master, so you can set it up how you would like.
Also another huge space.
Plenty of space in this home for however you would like to live.
Tell me about this ceiling. This is such an interesting shape.
The coifred ceiling like that, just imagine what it takes to build a radius, and the whole room is a radius as well. There's not a square wall in this room.
And each part of it has a light.
Yeah, hand sculpted in those lights in every single alcove.
So one of the things that I think is so special about this house is that the ceilings are very tall in the hallways, and then we just have tons of storage and space.
Comes into a butler's pantry. We have another freezer and fridge as well.
This is fantastic extra space right off the kitchen.
Wonderful, and the mesquite cabinetry carries through here as well.
So we're continuing our tour on this side of the house. This is a feature that is in a lot of homes when we're talking this price point. We have an elevator.
You have to have an elevator. So this is on the other wing of the home by the 3 additional en-suites.
And this goes downstairs to what we're about to go see.
Correct.
This staircase is beautiful, and again, the natural light streaming from above just captures my attention.
Yeah, another radius coming down into the theater and the garage.
Gotta check out the theater first. Oh my goodness, is this place cozy or what? Yeah, I could see spending a bunch of time here.
Come on over anytime.
Very comfortable. Okay, so this looks like a regular garage, nice floor. And then the surprise.
And then the additional 2 spaces are his area.
This is a speed lover's dream.
Yeah, he likes to spend some time down here working on things. He does a lot of this all by himself here, welding and tinkering, as we say.
It's an incredible workshop. So let's check out this incredible outdoor space. The whole house inside feels like Arizona, but this does not.
This is like a jungle in Costa Rica.
This is a totally different world.
You don't feel the heat back here. He has misters, but just all the greenery is just incredible.
How big is this whole property?
14 acres, and it backs to the McDowell Mountain Preserve. So you've got another 180,000 acres behind you to play with.
So the view will always be preserved behind you.
Always. So this is the additional stream or river, as we call it, that's going to take you up to the coffee house, art studio, really a flex space that can be anything you want. And see all the stone paths throughout, dog areas with watering stations.
It feels like an upscale spa area.
Exactly.
Where you would kind of be able to meander through the paths and everything.
You don't feel like you're in Arizona at this home.
So this bridge, where does this bridge take us?
So this bridge crosses the river that was added, and all of these are downlights at night, the landscape lighting on the chain, they come down to a light, so it really enhances it at night. And then you have an additional building here that can be used as a coffee house, it can be used as an art studio. It's a really wonderful setting up here.
Beautiful. Can we check it out?
Absolutely.
Oh, and nice and cool, climate controlled.
Yes.
This feels like a perfect space to read a good book.
Enjoy a cigar, a bourbon, whatever you like.
So many good options. This property is so beautiful, and we wanted to just loop back around to see all of the outdoor space a little bit closer.
Come back down to the park. You can see all the real grass. Just really incredible outdoor living spaces. Great for hosting parties. You can fit so many people up here and you never see any of them.
Huge parties, yeah. Okay, so maybe the most important question, what's the price point?
We're asking 11 million.
For 14 acres.
14 acres, 10,000 square feet. It's an incredible bargain. You couldn't build this home for that.
When we come back, is this a good time to buy? It's a market checkup with agent Paulina Madison. Paulina, we are more than halfway through this year. I want to get your impression of where we are in real estate. Maybe one or two words, even three.
Okay.
Where are we in real estate 2026 in Arizona?
If I had to pick 2 or 3 words, I think I would say full of opportunity.
I love the sound of that. Tell me why.
I think Arizona has a very strong market. Post-pandemic, we're seeing increased inventory, but I think that also brings a lot of opportunity and in many cases, seller concessions. So we're seeing, although interest rates are a little bit on the higher side, I think with the added inventory, we're seeing people able to negotiate more and really, market is in the buyer's favor at this point in time, which it hadn't been for years.
You brought up a lot of interesting factors that go into this really huge transaction, maybe the biggest transaction in people's lives. Talk to me about the inventory piece of this, because we have seen maybe the people don't have as many choices as they felt like they should when they are trying to find the dream house.
Right. I think we're really seeing 2 markets here, the entry-level market as well as the mid-level market. So for those markets, we are seeing more inventory. So the inventory is giving buyers negotiating power. It's giving them power to get seller concessions, so really getting a better deal versus when we had the limited inventory and more competition. And I think the other market that we're seeing is the luxury market, which is for Arizona, Paradise Valley, Scottsdale, Arizona, which is doing exceptionally well.
For people who are buying maybe the typical home, the $500,000 family home, what are the actual concessions that you're seeing sellers be willing to negotiate?
So the concessions are, I think there's several of them. One, they're willing to come down off of purchase price, right? You're not coming in at your asking price. You're not competing for multiple offers, so you're not over your asking price. So there's negotiating power there, as well as concessions on buy downs. So we're seeing 2-1 buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs, where you can really buy down your interest rate for a short period of time. And that really makes a big difference in your payment. So if we're currently at 6% and you can buy down your interest rate to 4%, that's a significant decrease in the payment for a period of time. So we're seeing those type of concessions, as well as just negotiating all of the repairs. And when you have 8 houses in a neighborhood, you really have, it's really in the buyer's power to be able to negotiate the best price and the best deal for them.
With interest rates kind of hovering 6.5%, even a tick higher than 6.5%. What does that do to the market? Are there a lot of people waiting for some magic number?
I have heard that. I mean, some people are waiting for rates to go down, right? So we've been waiting, I feel like, for a period of time. I always say you don't want to miss the opportunity, right? If it's the right house, the chances are now the purchase prices are a little bit more competitive than they would be when our rates are lower. When rates drop, you're also going to see an increase in prices and get more competitive. So, and there's ways to offset it, like I talked about, getting a buy down from the seller.
Do you think we are going to see any sort of rate drops this year, or do you think we're just holding steady or even ticking up?
Hard to say. I mean, we haven't seen it now at this point, and it's been a couple of years. So I think really just looking for the right opportunities. You don't want to miss an opportunity if a house is out there, and just really leverage like the buy downs and the different programs and negotiating off of your purchase price.
What are the things that buyers are loving to see in this market? In 2026, what are they looking for?
I think we're seeing it come back to a lot of the organic materials. People are loving the browns, the whites, the quartz counters, the wood flooring, the tile flooring. Also, acreage is great if you can get some land. RV garages have become a big thing, multiple garage spaces. So really depends on what you're looking for your lifestyle, but those are some of the things.
When you are going into a negotiation with a buyer and they are getting ready to put together the offer, what are the things you are coaching them through in this particular market where, there are some opportunities?
Yes. Well, I always look at the comps. So I like to see what's out there, what we're up against, what closed. And then I really negotiate from all different areas. So I like to come off of purchase price. I negotiate maybe for a seller concession, depending on the closing timeline. Maybe we're asking for things in addition with the property, but as much as I can, really work it in the buyer's favor.
You mentioned luxury market is an entirely different ballgame in 2026.
Entirely different market right now, yes.
What's going on in the luxury market here in Arizona?
I think the luxury market, it's doing exceptional well, but you're talking about exceptional properties in these incredible locations. So they're not really driven so much by interest rates, right? There's a lot of cash buyers out there, out-of-state buyers. We're setting new benchmarks in luxury.
Yes. You're setting new benchmarks. You just represented a buyer on a huge sale.
Yes. So we just made history in Arizona. We sold, it was the highest transaction in residential history in Paradise Valley. Out-of-state buyer, we closed for $40.2 million.
That's a giant number.
Yes, it is. And it really sets a new standard for Scottsdale and Paradise Valley and really puts Paradise Valley on the map, globally.
Tell me why that's happening. Why is Paradise Valley a place that commands $40.2 million?
I think post-COVID, people have really started to come into Paradise Valley more, and we're seeing the per square footage really go up closer to $2,000 a square foot. Paradise Valley runs about 15 square miles. It's almost like the Beverly Hills of Arizona. You have a lot of second homes, third, fourth homes, executives, people from out of state really loving that area, the privacy, the views, all of the amenities. I mean, there's so much to love about that area, and private aviation in and out. So
lots of out-of-state buyers.
Lots of out-of-state buyers.
Where are people coming from?
Honestly, from all over. Recently, we've seen a lot of influx from Washington, New York, California always. So, some of the top 3 places we're seeing buyers come in from.
Does that out-of-state interest kind of trickle down from the luxury market into the typical real estate market?
I think so. Yeah, I've definitely had a ton of relocation out of California, out of Washington, Texas, New York. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of relocation in all markets, entry, mid, and obviously luxury.
We have had a ton of economic development in Arizona, tons
We
of
have.
economic news released just this year. How does that play into the real estate market and what's happening as we are seeing so much development and industry happening in our state?
I think that plays a big part. Phoenix really is doing really well alongside the rest of the country, compared to the rest of the country with its market. The population growth, the job growth, and the investment into Phoenix has been huge. Lots of companies are relocating here, and executives are relocating here, so it's bringing money into the state, which, there's just, even around here where we're sitting in Tempe, you have billions of dollars being invested into Tempe, which really speaks to the future, not just the skyline, but just the billions of dollars ASU brings in and just how this area is going to change over the next 5 years.
Is there one part of the valley that's seeing the most benefit from all of the economic growth?
There is a lot of growth in multiple parts of the valley right now. I think the Southeast Valley is really seeing a lot of development in Queen Creek, Santan Valley, the expansion of the Mesa Gateway Airport. We're seeing a lot of growth by Mesa Apache Junction. That's only 58% built out, and now we're seeing 40,000 homes go in there, as well as Scottsdale. Scottsdale's having, again, expansion with the airport, a lot of major corporations moving in here. So we're really seeing growth throughout the valley. And here, as we sit in Tempe, again, billions of dollars right into this skyline. So I think throughout Arizona, we really are seeing a ton of development compared to the rest of the country.
Okay, so peer into your crystal ball.
Okay.
When we are ringing in the new year, 2027,
Okay.
what are we looking at for Arizona real estate?
I think Arizona will continue to be a strong market. This is our slower season. We're heading into our busier season. I think our pendings will continue to increase. I think between the population growth, the job growth, and the development into Arizona and all the corporations coming in, I think we're in for a very strong market.
Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
It's an older home with a modern facelift. You'll see what $500,000 can get you in the Melrose district. The median price for a home in Maricopa County is right around $500,000. So what do you get for $500,000? Today, we're looking in central Phoenix, just a few minutes north of downtown in the Melrose district.
So we're at 4305 North 9th Avenue. We are in the Melrose district, which is close enough to downtown, but you've got all the amenities of a nice, quiet neighborhood.
It's a bungalow-style home, nearly 1,400 square feet, right in the heart of a popular neighborhood in central Phoenix.
Melrose is a really cool community. They do some fairs. They just had one a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot of amenities around here. There's a brand new Sprouts farmers market, like less than a mile. You've got coffee, you've got dining, you've got a cool restaurant called the Valentine. Just a really nice community to live in.
The home's nearly 80 years old and has had some extensive renovations over the years. There are 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The listing price, $485,000. And with no homeowners association, the future owner is free to make changes.
Even though it was built in 1947, there are homes a couple blocks south of here that would have a historic designation, which makes it very complicated to renovate. This home does not fit in that order. So much easier to do what you want to do to it to make it your own.
And one of the biggest selling points, a big, quiet backyard with a built-in jacuzzi right in the heart of central Phoenix.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being in Melrose. You're in a neighborhood versus being downtown Phoenix. You're very, very close to downtown. You're close to the light rail, you're close to the highways, but you're in a neighborhood. So it's quiet and you can hear the birds chirping, which is a beautiful thing.
Thanks for watching The Home Edition. Every week we bring you the very best of the Arizona real estate market, and we show you homes you have to see to believe. I'm Susan Campbell.